Saw, dude. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, to continue on with doing true crime stories in all 50 states, we are moving on to Idaho. And actually, coincidentally enough, Idaho is really going through it right now. Like, a murder happened, and it's been all over TikTok, all over the news. There's tons of news stories about it. However, we don't have a ton of information, but I am going to let you guys know what is fact as of right now. There's a ton of speculation going on around about this story, but again, I am just going to tell you the facts right now. So this won't be a super long video, but it should help you understand what's going on in Idaho right now. So in Moscow, Idaho, police officers responded to a 911 call on November 13th and found 4 university students stabbed to death. For roughly an hour between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m., Ethan Chapin, 20 years old, and Kiana Kernodle, 20, I believe that's how you say her name. I looked up pronunciations and I think that's it, but I could be wrong. They went to a frat party at Sigma Chi. Ethan and Kiana had been dating since the spring. They got back home around 1:45 a.m. and around 11 p.m., Madison Mogan, 21, and Carlee Goncalves, 21, went to the Corner Club bar together and stayed until around 1:30 a.m. Roughly 10 minutes later, Madison and Carlee stopped at a food truck, and there is video footage of them ordering their food, and they were seen visiting with other people on the sidewalk, and once they got their food, they took off, but they had been visiting, smiling, laughing, just having a really good time. Police stated that a private party gave them a ride home, so I'm thinking Uber, Lyft, something along those lines. At 1:56 a.m., a neighbor's security camera captured Madison and Carlee arriving back to the house. Between 2:26 and 2:52 a.m., phone logs show that 7 unanswered calls were made from Carlee's phone to a friend, according to her older sister, Olivia. Several calls to the same person were also made using Madison's phone. Olivia said that the calls were to Jack DeCour, another university student and Carlee's boyfriend, for several years until recently, but the two had amicably broken up, so it's not like they ended on bad terms. Jack had missed the calls because he was sleeping at the time, and he declined requests to discuss the phone calls, and Olivia said that she and her family stand behind Jack 100% and know that he absolutely had nothing to do with this at all. Olivia and Carlee frequently called people late at night and would commonly keep calling until they picked up, even if it was to ask a mundane question like, what did you eat today for lunch? Just boring stuff like that. It's assumed that all roommates were probably asleep at the time of the attack, so 4 people were stabbed multiple times with a large knife, and some of the victims had defensive wounds, so they more than likely had fought back, they had woken up and tried to save themselves. Ethan, Carlee, Kiana, and Madison were all found stabbed to death. It seems unlikely that someone could sleep through the attack, but the house has 6 bedrooms with 2 on each floor. The attacked roommates were on the 2nd and 3rd floors, so you never know, and considering they were using a knife, it's not like a gunshot went off and woke anybody up. That's something that would be harder to sleep through, but a knife? I don't know. When the 2 survivors woke up, they called some friends to the house because they thought that one of the women who lived upstairs had passed out and was just not waking up. After the friends arrived, someone from the group called 911 just before noon. The 2 surviving roommates were out of town separately and returned to the house by about 1 a.m. So who knows, maybe the attacks happened before they even got back. The Idaho governor, Brad Little, has committed up to $1 million for expenses related to the ongoing investigation, according to ABC 6. In the 10 days since the murders, investigators have gone through more than 1,000 tips. More than 150 people have been interviewed. More than 45 investigators from the FBI, state police, and the Moscow, Idaho Police Department are involved in the murder case, according to ABC 6. Now, they have ruled out the private party driver. Jack has been ruled out. The people at the food truck had been ruled out. The roommates have been ruled out. So as of right now, they don't really have any suspects. Now, this case is continuously changing, so it is kind of hard to stay up to date on what's happening. But as of right now, this is our story from Idaho. I really hope that the family gets some answers, because not knowing has just got to be all sorts of difficult. So I really feel for the survivors. I hope that they aren't going through survivor's guilt. It's amazing that they are still alive. And I believe it was the head investigator. He said that this seemed to be a crime of passion, so that could be why the murderer skipped the first floor and then went to the second and third floors to do what he did, or she did. I mean, it could be a girl for all we know. We seriously don't know. But yeah, that is our Idaho story today. My heart and my thoughts go out to everybody involved in this case, and I hope that everyone is really leaning on each other for support and they have a good support system. But that is it for me today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will be back tomorrow with another True Crime Courier video. Bye, guys.